Coach, the last minute, were you happy with the possession where Eagle ended up missing the layup and Sakai's three? Were you happy with those?
Again, I think they made a block, but again, he was aggressive, took it there, and it's a high-level game. Both teams, I thought, played extremely hard both ways, and really not much to be had easily on the offensive end, but proud of our guys. I thought they fought all night long, and we went through just a couple minutes where we didn't quite stick to the details and gave them a few baskets that we wouldn't want to give them, but they did it. They executed, and we didn't. But yeah, I don't have a problem with Igor trying to be aggressive right there.
Ryan,
what do you need from Chaz to give you more offensively in these games on the road?
Well, he's going to have to, again, continue to move, cut, get open, and if he doesn't get some separation, we're not going to be able to screen for him. And because when guys are up against you, and I've said last game, it's not just us everywhere. I mean, freedom of movement's pretty much gone in the game. And again, I think when somebody downs you, they really put you in really gives you the advantage if you know how to set your man up and take advantage of it. And we've talked about it a lot with him, but he'll keep doing it. And but again, it's one, you got to give Auburn, anybody we play, credit, because they're going to look at statistics and numbers and go back and see games that he maybe didn't score as well, and they're just going to kind of copy it sometimes. But it's up to us as coaches and him to understand the adjustments that he's got to make to get open.
Grant, and then over there on the left.
How close to 100% was Jordan, and what did you get from him?
Again, he hadn't practiced since the last game, and he came in, and obviously we quarantined him, but I thought he played. I mean, I'm proud of Jordan because I know he wasn't feeling great. Even throughout the trip, he ate at a table by himself. We just tried to keep him away from the team as much as we could. And again, I give Chad a lot of credit to try to get him as healthy as he could. But I was proud of him. I thought whether he was sick or not, he never complained about it one time, and he went out and I thought played as hard as he could play.
Coach, how hard was it to prepare and game plan for Auburn's Chani Broome, whether he would or wouldn't play, and then in terms of execution of that
there was
game
no
plan?
doubt in our mind he was going to play. We knew he was going to play. So we prepared all week for him to be there.
Ben.
Rick, you feel like you learned anything about your team tonight, given the environment and that team?
I told our guys, you know what, we can get so much better too. That's what I learned tonight. And again, we battled, a great basketball team, a team that's extremely well coached, and I didn't think the crowd affected us, and I give that credit to our older guys, especially Meshack. I mean, he's the only guy that's played here on this team. No one else on our team had been in this building. Sakai, that was the year he got hurt, and I mean, Sakai was just. I mean, what can I say about him? He's just what he does and how he plays, and he's such the heartbeat of our team and what he does. But I was proud of every guy. I just thought that we came in and battled the number one ranked team in the country, took it down to the last possession with a chance to win it.
Mike and then Paige.
Rick, what is the key to finding more offensive consistency throughout games on the road with
We
this
need
team?
it from our front line. We need, because people are going to push us out there, we need, our front line. And again, I think Felix has worked his butt off. I mean, he just does so many good things for us, but we need to get more point production out of the front line.
You touched on him just a moment ago, Jahmai. There was a couple of moments where he was just kind of pushing the game at will. You mentioned not liking fouling three-pointers, but that was some tough defense he played there. What can you say about his defense tonight?
Well, I get it. I mean, he's so competitive, and he really is one of those guys that when he locks in, he just wants to keep somebody from getting a shot. And obviously, not a great play there when he fouled the three-point shooter, and but it's hard to back him off because he's just that's who he is, and he just takes it personal in terms of wanting to guard people. But again, he's one of those guys, and I'm just glad he's on our team.
What did you see on Felix's travel, and what was the explanation you got
I thought
from
he
the
was
official?
held with, I mean, it's a physical game, but I just don't think, from what I saw, I thought he had two hands on his shoulders, and you can't, I don't know what we can do, and I thought we should have did a better job getting it in, but they do a really good job in those situations too. But I think he traveled, but I don't think you can put two hands on somebody's shoulders. If that's what my coaches told me was they saw, when they looked at it before the game was over. And maybe it didn't, but if it didn't happen, he traveled. He definitely traveled. But whether he had help doing it, you have to look at it. I haven't seen it yet.
Anything else? Wes?
Rick, for some of the guys who hadn't played, in a game exactly like that one on the road like this, and that sort of physicality between these two teams, how do you explain that to someone who hasn't done it yet? Is there a way to do that, or do they just have to experience it?
No, I think it's really hard to do it, and I think you see that really with, say, I thought Cade, for a freshman, really handled himself well. I did. Igor and D. Stone are guys they're important to us, but I think this was an experience for them. I think they'll learn from it, and it goes back. And I told the team, we got a chance to be so much better, and I think we can get better, but we've got to get better as individuals. Every one of us, coaches, every player. But I just know that we're just coming to the end of January, and a lot of basketball left, and we want to be our best at the end of the year. And we've got guys that I know are going to continue to work to try to do that.
You sound more upbeat than you have after a couple of recent losses. Is that the case? You just seem a little more positive about what this team can be.
Well, I thought
this.
I should be positive. I thought they fought hard all night long. I thought guys were trying to. Were we perfect? No, we weren't perfect. Like I said, went through a couple of situations where details, like for instance, one time Igor goes over to double team, which that's got to be a call play, and that's just him wanting to win, wanting to make a play, but we got burnt on it. You can't do that in those situations, and that's, I think, lack of experience in games like this, because when you're in a possession game, you just can't go and say, I'm going to go make something here, especially when, they're an older team. They know how to take advantage of those kind of mistakes, which they did on that play. But that's the things that, again, we can get so much better with.
Caleb?
You mentioned it a second ago. How big was that stretch for KD that sparked in the first half?
I'm sorry?
Cade in the first half, how big was that?
I thought Cade did. I thought he came out. Cade, I've said before, he's tough. He's going to battle, going to do what he does, and that's all we ask for. We just want effort every night. We believe in our defense. We struggle at times, like every team in the country struggles to score at times. It's everybody. And tonight was a hard game both these teams played hard, and there was not many looks out there, free ones. And when you're used to being guarded at a high level like both teams guard, and you finally do get a little bit of separation, you're almost looking over your shoulder like, where's he coming from? And it makes it difficult to maybe even make open shots. But and you think about the ones that were made, it was where a guy really had a pretty good chance to line it up and go after it. But Cade has got a great future for us. And, again, we love him and because he's a high-level competitor.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
Some
guys.
players available in the hallway momentarily.